Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Mark Howard, and we talk Cowboys here. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to be a little brief on this. I want to go over a couple things that's going on, news, notes, whatever. No practice today. 2 days of hitting. They'll have today off. They have today off. Prepare Thursday, I believe. Friday or Saturday, they're going to scrimmage the Rams. And I'm sorry, forgive me for not having the schedule. I do believe it's Friday that they'll scrimmage the Rams. So that when they'll really get it in. That's when the people start and players like under contract will get their tests because they won't play preseason games. But anyway, just on other news going on. Tyler Guyton, Coach Schottenheimer, Shotty as they affectionately call him, Coach Shotty, has pretty much announced that Guyton has locked in the position at left tackle. He was competing with it, but it wasn't much of a competition at all. Guyton looks good. Guyton is showing his mobility, footwork, everything like that. He's just really been training. I saw a good interview with Tyler Smith, and Tyler Smith talked about how they worked out together, and just know how much of an athlete that Tyler Guyton is. And now he's getting his mechanics down. He's very, very strong. And I think he's rounding in to the tackle that they wanted him to be when they drafted him first, in the first round. Late first round, but still a first-round draft pick. So high expectations come with that. And good to see. Glad for him. I think he's a good guy. I think he wants to do great. And earnestly, he wants to do great. And he's putting the work in. And now the only thing that's been the problem for him a little bit is health, being able to stay on the field. So definitely for the Cowboys, it's a good move that we know we're solid on that left blindside tackle, as they call it. On that tip, Terrence Steele on that right side, he's truly the weaker link. He's not bad, but he's flawed at pass protection. Much better as a run blocker, but really flawed and can be exposed as a pass protecting tackle on the outside. So, but I feel good out of the 5 linemen. We're really solid with 4 of the 5. Not bad, not the worst on the right side, but not the best. You know what I mean? So, with that in mind, Terrence Steele and Donovan Ezeraku, second-year defensive end, got into it. And Donovan Ezeraku yesterday was excused from practice by Coach Shotty because it led basically into what was about to be a little bit of an altercation, but it definitely led into a confrontation between Ezeraku and Terrence Steele. Now, the funny thing is that people were saying that Terrence Steele was getting beat off that edge on pass plays. And when Ezeraku was over on that side, Ezeraku had a hard time with Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele was giving him the business, locking him up, really. And, look, with linemen and stuff like that, they're going to do all kinds of little creepy, little dirty, little funky things to protect. And damn right you're supposed to. I don't care what it is, you linemen, protect that quarterback, open them holes up. And I think at a certain point, frustration kicks in. And look, fights happen in training camp, always have, and always will. The football players is a truly physical collision sport, and it takes a certain temperament. It does. It takes a certain temperament, and you got to be an asshole. You got to have some asshole ways out there at all position levels. And so things are going to get a little dusty. It's hot out there. You working, and you're trying to establish yourself. Livelihoods are at stake here. More so than anything else. Not just now, aside from pride and things like that, and just the physicality of it that gets you up. Your livelihood's on the line. So good to see the passion. Terrence Steele was okay, but Ezeraku was the one that was asked to leave by Coach Shotty. And I'm sure they'll work things out. They'll talk it out. cooler heads will prevail, and you'll move forward. But for Ezraku, who we looked for, we drafted to be a pass rusher, didn't show to be that strong pass rusher last year. Showed to be a good run stopper at defensive end, but we still need a pass rusher. So you got to get your game up, Donovan Ezraku. Get your game up. All right. Third bit of news that I'll finish with is bad news. Princeton Font, a tight end, tore his ACL and MCL, and I believe a third ligament has some damage, but his season is definitely done. That happened yesterday. No, it happened Monday. And in the hitting, when they started hitting, unfortunately, there's casualties. I mean, there's players that got hurt on other teams before they put the pads on. It just can happen. It's just the nature of the beast of any athletics. And you do the best you can. You pray, because it's not if somebody gets hurt on a team, it's when throughout the whole season, from now until the end of the season, till the Super Bowl is played. There's going to be people to get hurt and injuries, unfortunately. Font struggling to be in that rotation. Solid player. The Cowboys kept bringing him back, so they must like him for a reason. But this opens the door for a couple other tight ends. Again, I banked on Trigg being a undrafted free agent tight end making the roster. There's things technically that he has to get better, but the skills athletically and as a pass catching tight end, I love what I see. For Noah Fant is Princeton Fant's brother. He's been a Pro Bowl tight end. But for Princeton Fant, this is a bit of a setback, very disappointing. We're wishing him well, moving forward here. But I don't know whether the Cowboys are going to take 3 or 4 tight ends. That remains to be seen right there. Depends upon how it works out, man. All right, that's it for me, man. I'm gonna get on out of here. We'll talk back and find out what's going on when they get back to training. As always, appreciate everybody. Share, subscribe, hit like. Let me know what you think. I'm out of here, man. We'll be back. We talk Cowboys here. Peace.